Close your eyes.
Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress?
The dude?
Look again.
We're in a machine. The stars, the sun, and the moon, they're not just floating randomly in random directions. They're all caught in a fucking grid. And it's all the magnetism is coming from the North Pole. That's why Polaris is right over the North Pole, and that's the only fixed star. All the stars rotate around Polaris, and Polaris happens to be over the center of this.
You see, we know we've got magnets. Now you've invoked causation of rotation of the star field due to the magnets and the known, yeah? Now you're invoking a drift, but no, there's a toroidal magnetic field. It's not rotating like that, is it? Now you're at best, you're going to imply correlation and then lead to the big mistake that you'll then invoke causation, as you've done.
Again, I don't want this to be viewed as us being overly critical of people that are on our own side, which is something that people have tried to level at us recently. And I tried to explain it with that Shane guy, the fighter that we covered about a week ago. I don't want him to be ridiculed as a flat earther. That's it. If you can put positions that are incontestable, then you're going to be hard pushed to find yourself in a position where people are ridiculing you for stuff that you can't validate. Talk about how Earth's measured flat with those exact same Polaris-based systems on the ground that we do move around the ground with. You can show it, you can prove it, you can show how navigators measure angles to the star called Polaris and have developed a latitude grid with it. That's a fact. It's a flat Earth fact. It can only be measured flat. It's an angle to the star Polaris, just like Aristophanes with his sun angle measurement. It's an elevation angle again. So this proves Earth's flat. But as a flat earther, Eddie's been taken down a road by Dave and Whitsitt where that proof of a flat Earth is now being used to speculate about a toroidal field powered by Earth's magnetism, and that creates the star rotation. I don't know, man. If you put this in front of anybody with any intellect, they're going to rip you a new asshole, Eddie. Yeah? Just letting you know. You're going to sound stupid. Because it is. Now, I don't want that for you. I want you to be in a position where you absolutely slam the person who's talking to you like you're an idiot about how Earth must be a globe into the middle of next week with one punch. Not something that'll break down your defences and leave you ready to be slapped around with someone with half an intellect because you've declared that we've got toroidal field for the stars because Earth's got magnetic fields. I don't want that, man. I want you to be battering people with this information. Earth's measured flat with Polaris. It's about as basic as it gets. Latitude measurement, elevation angle measurement. Couple of sentences, boom, done. Earth's measured flat. What are you going to do with it? No, we measure a globe. Well, you've got the same measurements around your globe. You just can't measure them on a globe. We need angles for them. There's the globe defeated. In a way that is absolutely incontestable. Don't believe me? Listen to the debate show from 3 days ago, where the guy comes in and has to fundamentally deny every aspect of a Polaris measurement. Because if he relates that measurement that's flat to his globe, boom, it's done. So he will deny. We're not measuring it. It's moving. We can't measure it. It isn't a measurement. It's not with respect to the ground. Well, it is with respect to the ground, but it's an imaginary ground. That's what they've got to do when it comes to this measurement. Do we need to use it to prove bloody magnetism? What's that doing? What's that? Who's that helping? It's not helping anybody. But this very same star is used for navigating the ground flat. That's the difference between what we're punting and what others in this community, who may be perfectly righteous in filling a void with just so stories, but that's not what we do. We'll give you facts that people won't ridicule you with when you put it to them.
A few moments later.
I'm in speculation land because I haven't been able to do this my whole life. And so I'm going to give him some leeway because a lot of people think that it's a simulation. And a lot of people are in that frame of mind. I'm going to go ahead and give them some leeway.
I'm not, and I'll tell you why. Right? I believe in certain things about the nature of the reality, and a lot of it's based in scripture, but it's not something that I bring to flat earth debate, and when I'm debating flat earth with people, I don't bring to the table what I believe. When I talk cosmology and stuff like that, I'll tell them what I know. I know that you cannot have gas pressure without containment. And they're the things that I'll talk about and argue and debate with anti-flat earthers or ballers. There's no benefit to flat earth for me to bring my beliefs that I can't substantiate into the argument, as pretty and complex and believable as they may be, substantiated with other correlations, as we've said. But they are of no use in the flat earth debate arena. They open you up.
Right, but
Adam, get those last words in. This is the critical bit. Go on, Adam. They open you up.
They open you up to the point that the flat earth can then be ridiculed because your beliefs become conflated with flat earth proofs.
Go on, Eli.
I get that. I'm just in the frame of mind. I'm not going to call you a debater if I haven't seen you out here debating. And so for those particular people, I just afford them the perspective. Well, I have a perspective of them where they're not debating, but they're having conversations. And you know what? Like, I've heard people, even on the ether side, say, well, we don't want to debate people. We want to be in conversation mode where we get people comfortable enough to communicate with us. Now, there's a thin line between the ether people and the people that I'm talking about, people who might have a podcast like Eddie Bravo, who aren't necessarily debating, but it's a conversation piece.
Yeah, that's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage. It's a fight. It's a fight. Adam used those words, opens you up. So I'm going to put it in terms that Eddie Bravo is going to appreciate. What Adam means is it opens up your defences so you can take a few jabs in the nose. That's what he actually means. Yeah? Now, we can water this down, Eli, and suggest that actually when we're in a ring, we've put a little table and we're having a candlelight dinner in the middle of the ring. We can pretend that we're doing that, but it is a fight. Yeah? Now, you can say, well, this person's not got into a ring. Yeah, that don't matter to the general populace. They'll fight you on the streets. That's a fact. Now, in this instance, we're talking about being opened up intellectually to having a broken nose intellectually, metaphorically. Now, that's language that Eddie Bravo will definitely understand. And talking about things that you cannot validate just opens you up for a broken nose. We want your defences absolutely watertight, so that you walk away with your pretty face intact, never looking stupid. This will make you look stupid. Now, I appreciate that you've spent some time in other people's dojo, and they've taught you what they say are excellent remarks and rebuttals and argumentation. See too far, ether, toroidal fields, yeah. Yeah, that dojo's crap, Eddie. Telling you now. Now, while I appreciate that you are only in contact with me because Dave Weiss gave you my phone number, not that I gave him permission to do so, nevertheless, we're in communication now, and I'm going to take it upon myself to tell you, you're in a crap dojo. You're going to get your ass kicked. That's a fact. Now, you can do one of two things. Believe in this crap dojo that's leaving you with your arms wide apart, ready to get your nose broken, or you can listen up. Yeah? And come to the school of ninjas. Yeah? That's where we are. This is our dojo, where we leave you in a position where you can break noses when people can't even see you moving. No one's going to get a hit on you if you use these arguments. You talk about how Earth's measured. I assure you, that measurement will be required by your opponent. It will be undeniable. Now, what might be the case is they might deny their own bleeding measurement at that point, but then you're winning, and they're smashing themselves in the face. You don't even have to hit them. They'll do it themselves. At this dojo, that's right. Our fighting skill is so good that we can mystify our opponent into beating his own face in. Like with the opponent a couple of days ago, denying the very base premise of his own globe that he believes in. Any measurement that's associated with that globe he would deny, quite happily. And have me point out that, so you are denying your own globe then? Yes, I am, because if I accept this measurement, I'm accepting Earth's measured flat. That's what we offer. Now, some might turn around and call me a scammer because I point out how crap a dojo is. Well, all I see is a people walking out a line of people walking away from the ring after being trained at that dojo with broken noses. That's all I see coming out the ring.
All right. Yeah. I think with this one, I'm kind of with Eli. I was kind of thinking towards those lines because.
Wait.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go on, Eli, then Chocolate.
I'm sorry, Chocolate, because what you said there, Nathan, is exactly what I felt was missing. So it wasn't that what I was saying was wrong. It's that, like, well, you've now placed Eddie Bravo in the position to actually hear what you're saying. Because we don't want to hear, you don't want to like plug into a podcast or whatever it is, and they're like, oh, this is crap. What are you doing? Right? But with the perspective of, okay, check this out, brother. Here's where the criticism is coming in. You're a fighter, right? Okay, check this out. The things that you're saying, whether you believe you're in the ring or not, they're gonna get your a-hole handed to you, and this is why XYZ. This is why we're telling you this, because we actually care. We actually want you to win. I just think we can always do better at saying that first. So you said that. I'm good with that. That's great.
One day later.
Is the earth is measured flat. The fucking ocean, you would be able to measure curvature in the ocean. There is no curvature in the ocean. There's no curvature in the ocean. At 100 miles in the ocean, there should be 6,000 feet of curvature. There's no curvature. You can't measure curvature. The earth is measured flat. All the agencies, NASA, the CIA, when they're trying to calculate the motion of missiles and high altitude aircrafts, everything is measured flat. So I don't know what this fucking thing was in Antarctica. I don't know. I have no idea. But all I know is the earth is measured flat. The oceans are flat. There's no curvature in the ocean. So I don't know. So I can't prove that some people think it was totally fake and it's all fake. It could be all fake. I don't know. I have no proof of that. All I know is the earth is measured flat. The ocean is flat. At 100 miles in the ocean, there should be 6,000 feet of curvature, according to their calculations, that the earth is 25,000 miles in circumference. There's a fucking curvature. There's a curvature formula, 8 inches per mile square. At 100 miles, there should be 6,000 feet of curvature. There's not. The one thing I know 1,000,000% is we are not on a spinning ball shooting through fucking space. There's no way. We're fucking still. We're fucking still. We're not moving. We're not on a spinning ball shooting through space. I don't know shit, but there's no way you're going to convince me that we're on a fucking spinning ball shooting through space. There's no way you're going to convince me of that shit.